Jedi Chosen One Anakin Skywalker, now Dark Lord of the Sith Lord Vader, was the most famous and powerful of Palpatine's apprentices. However, contrary to popular belief, he was not the only apprentice of Lord Sidious. After the rise of the Galactic Empire, Palpatine resolved to establish an entire army of Force adepts loyal to him and loyal to the Sith. He collected some of these Force adepts and took them to his citadel on Biss, where he initiated them in the powers of the dark side. All of those he taught, human or alien, were only taught enough to fulfill Palpatine's wishes. He didn't want any of them rising up against him, bad enough that Vader was as powerful as he was, though Palpatine was certain of Vader's loyalty to the dark side. Besides Vader though, there was one other dark side apprentice that Palpatine held in extremely high esteem, someone that Palpatine went as far as to say would be his apprentice if Lord Vader ever failed him, someone who beyond a shadow of a doubt was the third most powerful dark side user in the Empire. This Darksider's name was Sedris, and he was known throughout the Empire as the most powerful of the Dark Jedi. Sedris was not this Dark Jedi's birth name though, as his birth name was Locke. Locke was extremely powerful in the Force, and it was revealed that he was so powerful because he was a descendant of the ancient Jedi warrior Ulic Qel-Droma, the same Ulic Qel-Droma who was once apprenticed to the new Sith Lord Exar Kun, and one of the most powerful Sith Lords in galactic history. After the rise of the Empire, Locke used his Force abilities to become a mercenary, even managing to kill several high-ranking Imperial officers. It was at this point that it was brought to the attention of the Imperial Inquisitors, who were also Dark Jedi, that there was a Force-sensitive killing high-ranking officers. Because of this, several Inquisitors ventured out and managed to capture the young Locke. However, something peculiar happened here that the Inquisitors had never seen happen before in the history of their reign. Emperor Palpatine personally asked Locke to be brought before him, and for the Inquisitors to bring them to him personally. Although the Inquisitors were extremely shocked by this, they obliged their Emperor's command. As Locke was placed before the Emperor, Palpatine could sense the immense power and heritage within the young boy. Because of this, Palpatine stood and offered him a lightsaber, and told him that if he defeated the Emperor in a duel, he could kill him and become the new Emperor of the galaxy. At this revelation, the Inquisitors were shocked that Palpatine would ever even offer this, but still went along with their Emperor's wishes. Immediately after picking up the lightsaber and activating it, the Emperor used the Force to smash Locke to the ground. Utterly defeated, Locke pledged himself to Emperor Palpatine, but Palpatine said nothing. Darth Sidious used the dark side of the Force to continue to force Locke towards the ground, crushing the very concrete beneath him. Over and over again, Locke began to scream and pledged himself to the dark side of the Force numerous times and to the will of Lord Sidious. Still though, Emperor Palpatine would not release him until Locke began to beg for his very life. It was here, only at the end, that Darth Sidious finally released his hold on the young dark side adept. Following realizing just how powerful Palpatine was, Locke gave up his birth name and gained the name Sedris, Lord of the Darkside Adepts. Sedris would go on to be one of the few Dark Jedi that were ever trained personally by Palpatine himself, as most of them had been trained by Lord Vader. Something that had always puzzled Sedris though is Palpatine had never revealed to him what his role within the Empire was to be. Sedris only trained under the dark side of the Force and resolved to become as powerful as Emperor Palpatine. In Sedris's mind, he was Palpatine's apprentice, not Lord Vader. After both Palpatine and Darth Vader were killed above Endor, Sedris was exceptionally shocked. However, he had known that the Emperor had a backup plan. Because of this, after hearing of Palpatine's death, Sedris immediately fled to the cloned bodies that he knew his master had stored up. After Palpatine's spirit returned to one of these cloned bodies, he deemed Sedris his official Sith apprentice. He did so, revealing that Lord Vader had turned on him above Endor and had been a complete failure. Puzzlingly to Sedris though, he was not given a Sith name, as in his heart he knew Palpatine desired another Skywalker. Luke Skywalker. After Palpatine's final death, and after Luke Skywalker managed to defeat his spirit, Sedris again fled into unknown space. However, Sedris then established his own group of Dark Jedi and attacked Luke Skywalker for the following decades. Although Luke would face much greater threats as a Jedi Master, Sedris was always a thorn in his side. Eventually though, Luke, with the help of one of his young Jedi Padawans, would manage to kill Sedris, although his legacy would live on as one of Emperor Palpatine's Palpatine's final minions. Cedrus was always exceptionally powerful, although never on the level of Lord Vader and Luke Skywalker, although he believed he would one day grow to be on that level. Cedrus was also an individual who was wholly loyal to Emperor Palpatine and never once faltered. Unlike Vader, Cedrus always desired to serve Palpatine and never desired to overthrow him after his immense show of dominance in their first meeting. Cedrus was also unique in regards that he wielded a purple lightsaber as well as a red lightsaber over his long life. Overall, Cedrus was a dark Jedi who always desired to become a Sith Lord and always desired to lead his own Sith Empire. Unfortunately though, he was always plagued by someone who was simply just more powerful than he was, Luke Skywalker. But what are your thoughts on Palpatine's second apprentice in Cedrus, and what do you think would have happened to him if he had indeed become a true Sith apprentice? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.